In this episode of the Old Seadog, my friend's boat gets too close.
I've got my big fender here in case it all goes wrong.
The Shadmeister is on the move. It's time for her keel to touch water, and then I drill a hole in her.
Something's happening this morning. Why is he driving that over here?
This is always a very, very nervous day. The day you get your boat lifted. It's a nerve-wracking day, and the nerves have started already. So much to do to get the boat ready to go back into the water again. You may remember I took the wind turbine down and my big aerial. That was to make room above the solar panels for that crossbar, which is coming over here right now. Normally I joke around with Mo, but I'm not saying anything at the moment because he's concentrating and it's my boat. And I really do mean this is a nerve-wracking thing. Also, I've got one problem with one of the skin fittings, so I'm hoping we don't take water when we go in, because if I have to be lifted out again, that's going to cost a shed load of money. This is already costing me a shed load of money, believe me, folks. Pandemonium on the deck, of course, because everything's piled up away from the sides. She's moving. You can hear the creaking as the strain comes on.
Brother?
Yeah, thank you. Right, good, thank you. The boys have got a heavy schedule, so I've got to crack on. The reason we're doing this, we lift the boat and we leave it hanging there because these pads that were up against the boat are now free, and you can see where they were here. And of course this hasn't been done. It can't do while the boat's been supported by those things. So we've got to treat and do that right now, anti-foul it.
And it's the same for the bottom of the keel as well. That all needs to be done. Got my kit already here this morning: scrapers, hammer, anti-rust and anti-foul paint ready to go.
Oh dear, that arriving spells trouble for me. They're doing some pilings today, putting new pilings in down in the river behind me here. So that's the problem at the moment. Well, it's not a problem, it's just a delay putting me in the water, but they're actually moving me out of the way so they can do that job, then get me in the water. So they're going to put me in the middle of the car park, literally.
Now it's something I've not done before. It's weigh the boat. Up till now it's always been guesswork.
So we'll get you real close to that water.
Yeah. Lowering the boat as close to the water as possible, because we're going to jerk it, and I don't know how it actually works.
Come on with us.
Right.
Okay, so what we have is two gauges here. This one here is the front hoist, this one's here the back hoist, okay?
Yeah.
So we'll do one at a time and we'll get a weight out of the two of them.
Okay.
And it tells you the distribution point from a halfway mark in between your two slings, so whether you're actually heavier at the front or heavier at the back. We'll get it as close to the bottom of the water as we can.
Yeah.
Straight at the drop, better the weight is more accurate, alright?
Okay, let's have a go. Right.
So this one we'll do the front to start with. Get a bit of revs. Right, sorry. My front is your back.
What's that?
Around about 6.5 to 7 ton there.
7 ton, okay.
Yeah, and then we'll do the what I call my front now. 6. So you're looking about 12, 13 ton all up. And your distribution is very nice as well.
Okay.
And you're probably about half a ton heavier on your stern than what you are on the
That's
front.
actually surprisingly good, because there's a lot of stuff on the back. So what did you say, 13 tons?
Yeah, about 13 tons.
Cool. Oh, excellent. Right, okay.
Call yourself 13.
Yeah.
Because, once you get on board.
Yeah. When the fat old dog gets on board, yeah. All right, cool. Right.
That, yeah, we'll get you in the water.
All right, lovely. Yeah, splashdown. Right, I'll check the skin fitting.
Right, that's what we're looking at. It seems to be all right. Okay, doesn't seem to be any water in that one. And with two down here, you've got to check this stuff while you're in the slings. Alrighty.
There you go, boat back in water. Keeps raining outside, so there's work inside to do. Got the electrical box and the soldering iron out today. Replacing these old lights that were up in the ceiling. They were something like that, but then they stopped working. They got some water in them. That's another story. So replacing them with these. The covers are not on these at the moment, and the wiring's not done, and that's what we're doing at the moment. Got a whole bunch of wires hanging down from the deck head, or the ceiling to you land lovers, and I've got to make sense of it all. There's a big light up here, and this had the main power coming in for all the lights in the saloon, so I'm going to tap into that now. But the first thing to do is to put a hole in the ceiling. I hope this doesn't go through anything that it shouldn't do. No! Helping with my friend today, he's putting his boat back in the water. He has got an engine that's working at the moment. The sail drive unit's in repair. So it's a tight little squeeze, but we're going to get him in next to me. Okay. Nothing like preparation. And while I'm on this part of the boat, there's a reminder for this next job, which should be putting the wind generator back on. Meanwhile, I think we're almost ready for the pull. Got Buster ready here, just in case it goes wrong. I don't want anybody touching me. The thing with this is it's a long boat, so they've got to go quite a long way out before they can actually make the turn to come in here. I got my big fender here in case it all goes wrong. Well, that all went too easy. I was expecting some dramatics. I was expecting some horrible disaster there.
I'm so sorry.
I would have made more money out of this if it had all gone wrong.
This will not be anymore.
Amazing how quickly the weather can change here. 1 minute it was sunny, then it's raining.
Just come down to the back of the boat to do a little bit of cleaning up and sorting out. I noticed my old, well, it's called different names, lifebuoy, life preserver, what have you, but the thing that you throw overboard to save people from drowning, that's been there since I bought the boat. My friend Charlie, this has got history on it, my friend Charlie used to sit on the top of this, and for ages his poop mess was on the top there, but I think the sun's done the damage now, so yeah, nothing lasts forever. Sorry about that, piece fell in the sea, sorry about that, New Zealand. Yeah, that's done. Now she's at the dock, I can get to some of this. I've got some more work to do here. I've got to be careful when I'm working here because there is an overhang of this thing. I don't know if you can see that, but it hit me last week. There was blood everywhere. It looks spectacular, but it's just a scratch. Some of the stanchions are off. That's because on the tow rail where they're mounted, it's steel and there was rot. That's just got one more coat of 2-pack paint to go on. It's been de-rustified. This one's the same here. You can see the stanchion. It's bits and pieces like this that I was working on, and then the boat went back in the water and work kind of stopped on it. Same with this fella here, you can still see a little bit of rust. I didn't get it all. Dinghy for the moment is hanging off the side of the boat. Got to be careful. There was one stolen from here a couple of weeks ago. I'll sort out what to do with these boys later. And somebody was giving away this bad boy boogie board, so that's now become part of the crew.
And in case you haven't seen it yet, here's the new Bimini looking glorious. Gotta thank Undercover Canvas. Ronnie, you did a sterling job, my man. Thank you.
Don't know if I'll get much more work in today. It is forecast for rain. It's sunny and hot now, but in 5 minutes it could be pouring with rain. That's the way it works here in New Zealand. See my next door neighbours wasting time today. Get on with some work. Somebody's stolen your mast, by the way. I can't.
Yeah.
It's missing.
I'm looking for the bad guy.
Yeah, you need a big stick with flappy things on to make that boat work.
Oh, what did I just say? About 10 minutes after filming the last, we're in rain.
The new Bimini's brilliant.
Sorry, Dodger. Look at, you can actually see, that's actually looking through the windows. That's awesome. My extra bit out the back there, that helps stop water coming in the boat, because unfortunately the weather is from over there and it's blowing into the hatch. All cozy down below, but I'm trying to clean the place up. I mean, well, I don't really want to show you it. It's just because we're in refit once again. You can't expect to have the place spick and span. Looks like I got everything in just in time.
You can see there. That's brilliant, isn't it? Look at it. It's so nice having a waterproof spray hood. It is completely waterproof. Last night, that makes a big difference. Hence the expense of having a new one made, plus the fact the boat was looking a bit shoddy. She looks great with this on. I'm going to get the rest of it done when time and money permit. But I've got such a huge job list, as you've seen. Still too much to do with the running of the boat. That's the most important thing. That's the important stuff I get done. The bits that you need to run the boat with. Preventative maintenance, my dear. Yeah, but I certainly got hit on the front of the boat the other day. A neighbour came running over. There was blood everywhere. I was bleeding like a stuck pig. I was just shocked more than I was on my hands and knees going, oh. Oh, all fun. No, it was fine. 10 minutes later I was fine. It's just you don't expect to get hit in the head by your own boat. Thanks, Shabby.
Now the rain had stopped, it was time to tackle the reoccurring problem of rust around the stanchions. I had to loosen off the wires and just basically loosen everything off in order to get the stanchions off.
Today is the day I'm going to try and get my wind generator back up. I had to take it down because when I was lifted out of the water, it was too high to fit under the hoist. I've erected another temporary little stubby mast here. The idea is that when I get it up there, I can tie it off to this and have a rest. Last passage coming down here, it actually broke loose and fell over the panels up here, the solar panels. So let's see if we can do it a bit better this time.
The main reasons for it being a hard job is that the unit was very heavy and there were wires that had to be thread through at the same time, and I was by myself.
I haven't filmed most of this because it's been a bitch of a job. I'm standing at the back of the boat balancing precariously. I put a couple of boogie boards on top of the solar panels so they don't get damaged, and big boy's lying there now. I've got a what do you call it? It's a mouse, I guess. I'm going to attach this cable to it. The cable has to thread through down the tube, and it's going to be a fiddle getting it out of the bottom. And while it's doing that, I have to then pick this up and mount it. I'm going to fall in the sea in a minute. I just know something terrible is going to happen in a minute. Oh dear. Okay.
I managed to thread the wires through the tube and then, to my relief, got the whole unit back up. All that was left to do then was make the connections underneath the solar panels.
The sun's going down, it's getting late, and I've wired it together. I'll fix everything else up, tidy it up later on. But basically, it's up. That's the job done. I'm talking to the camera. Just my next door neighbour thought I was going mad there. Right, so it's nearly beer o'clock. I'm going to take the safety off and see if it spins. Tally ho! Yeah. Gotta wait till it spins to see if it works. Gonna have a beer first. Yeah, baby. It's time you did some work, my lover.
That is the lazarette cover. It's on the dock, but it belongs over there in the back of the boat. The old design left a lot of rust. The hinges go in, it was 1, 2, 3 and 4, go along the back here. It's not finished off yet, but I have filled and hopefully killed the rust. But the problem is that if I screws in, they actually screw in through the metal itself. So I'm going to stainless steel going into mild steel. That's just going to cause a reaction, and it's going to rust as well.
The solution I came up with was to over drill the holes, fill with epoxy, and then screw self-tappers in through the epoxy, so there's no steel and steel contact.
I got my shoes on in case I drop it. It doesn't break my toes. That is very heavy. Yeah, baby. This better work, because if it doesn't, I haven't any other ideas. Whoa. Yes. Okay. That's good. Fed up, I've been on the boat for about 3 days now. Need exercise. Got the old trusty steed here. Gonna take her out for a ride.
The town of Whangarei is great for cycle paths through the parks. Not so good on the main roads, but through the parklands, there's quite a few facilities, including this track, which I had a bit of fun with. Actually testing out the new Osmo action camera steady shot.
And he goes higher the corner, and he's going round now, super duper. The speed is at least 100 miles an hour.
Meanwhile, back at the marina, somebody doing a worse job than I was doing, shipping rust off a chain.
Someone's just shouting and screaming just now. There's a dolphin or something in the water, so I'm going to go check it out. Somewhere out there is a sea lion that just went up the river. No worries. We all ran up, but there's nothing to see.
Meanwhile, most evenings in the marina, I would practice music with my friends Pele, Martin and Lisa. We called ourselves the RDM band and did a few concerts and things, but mostly it was just for fun. At this point, I'd like to say a big thank you to my patrons who actually paid for the refit of Shadi here in the marina. Without you, none of this would be possible. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Thank you so much for your support. Don't forget to please subscribe and press the notifications bell. That way you'll never miss another episode of the Old Seadog. Until the next episode, take care. Thank you for watching.